Alright, so this is me from the next day. I just want to pop in before the video starts to say that when I was live streaming this, uh, my microphone could hear my actual phone, which had my stream open on it. So because of that, you're able to hear my stream like playing in the background throughout this video. So don't mind that, and then it shouldn't be that bad. So anyway, see the video.
Hello guys, welcome to Capybara Gaming. Today we have this the general mob farm here. This farm will get you string, gunpowder, so it's good for early game, and then it'll get you bones, rotten flesh you can trade with clerics, string. So this is a good farm, alright? So this can harvest, all these different things. So zombies, creepers, skeletons, spiders, all of the different mobs you would want resources from can be farmed in this farm. So let's get to the resources and start building. All right, very important disclaimer before I start building the farm is that I highly recommend that you build this on some form of ocean or body of water, because when I made this, I was a goofball and built it on land, and specifically in a beach where there's sand, and sand has gravity, and for this farm you have to dig under a little bit, so it was very hard to dig under. It was very annoying, so that's my fair warning. So if you are going to build this on land, don't build this on sand. Hopefully I have the right materials here, so you can pause. You can pause the video. Pause the video here and look at all the materials you need. But we get started. So start off with, we're gonna take cobblestone and some water. And now, this is important because we're going to place water first. You're going to find a flat area, relatively flat, because you're going to want a flat area. Start off with, we're going to place down water like this, alright? And you're going to see it is, 15 blocks wide. That. So you're gonna go to where you're gonna count 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and then place a block there. There's 3 blocks gap. And then you're just gonna fill this in all the way around. Alright, so now that you have the shape here, you can remove the water like I did, and then you're gonna want to build up 12 blocks on one of these sides, alright? But what you'll want to do first is build it out like this. So you're going to build like another layer like that, like another layer on the outside, and then on this layer you'll build up 12 blocks up from the ground. So now that you see, I already placed one layer, so now we're just going to build up 12 blocks up. So I can count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like that, so it's all 12. So you're gonna want to completely fill this in. This will be one of the largest parts of this, but after this it gets a lot easier, right? So now that you have this shape here, what you'll want to do is fill the bottom in with water, but not all the way with water. So we'll grab 2 water buckets and make an infinite water source. I'm not gonna show you how to do that, because you should already know how to do it. But, just make it in the middle, I guess. Because the water shouldn't flow to the middle, so make it in the middle. For some reason, this always tends to be hard. For some reason. I had to go grab another battery? How wacky. Now, next we are going to build the platforms that the mobs will spawn on, alright? We can kind of get a gist for how it's going to look. So, to do that, we're going to need cobblestone, and observers, and dispensers. and keep the water buckets on you. So we're gonna build up 3 blocks, then we're gonna build out 7, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know how it keeps the 3 blocks like we did when we were very first started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just like that. Now we're gonna fill in the gaps here, except not like a square. We're gonna make like a diamond like that. So it's gonna go in every block's gonna go in like that. We're gonna make like triangles. All right. We're just gonna fill in this shape just like that. All right. So now that we have the shape here, we can go down to this little pillar and we can break this. And also, I will be flying throughout the entirety of this. So if you're building this on a newer version, I'm building this on the legacy version of Minecraft, then you can use like scaffolding, or you can use like an elytra to fly around while you're building this, but I'm just going to be flying for the sake of the video. After you've built this little platform here, we're going to go to the very center. We're going to find the center 2 ends, so it would be right here. Then we're just going to build up 3 blocks just like that, break these 2, and make another platform, and make a platform that is exactly like this one. So now that you have built the second platform, I hate to say it to you, but we're going to build one more. So go to the very center, we're going to find the center right here, and then build up 3 blocks like that, and then we're going to just do that. Then we can break these 2. And then we're going to build another one. So now that you have these 3 platforms, we're going to put the system that will dispense water and will push the mobs down here into our killer. So to do that, we're going to put a hole in the very center of all these, except for the bottom one. So we're just going to put a hole, those 2, just like that. Now we've done that, we are going to put observers. We're going to put them to where they are like here, so place that to where the redstone part is facing downwards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, I'm going to break this block for all of them, and then I'm going to place the dispenser. Then once I place it, I'm going to put a water bucket in it. Alright? Just like that. Now we're going to break this block. Same thing. Then we're going to actually place those 2 blocks where it's covering the hole. So now we can place an observer there. So the redstone bit's facing downwards. Place our dispenser just like that. Put our water bucket in there. Just like that. So go here. Ooh, we activated it. Look at that. Yep, they're working. Look at that. Now we're up here. We're gonna build the top ones. 4 blocks. Place an observer. And then our dispenser. Nope. Then dig down 1. Place your dispenser. Alright. Alright. A lot of trial and errors into these, alright. Gonna break all these. Place your dispenser in. And then I'm gonna fix this water situation later. Or actually I can just place one up there. Oh. Well. It doesn't really matter too much if the water, like, pushing things are out of sync, because it just doesn't really matter that much. So now that we have these, we're gonna build our killing machine down here. So it's not really a machine, actually. It's just magma blocks on the floor. We will have 25 magma blocks here. Memorize that number. So we're going to go down here in the sand, although I would recommend building this on dirt, just because it's better. We're just going to break this entire little shape here, just like this, and then we're going to fill it in with magma blocks. So it might be a little hard to, swim while, not falling there. Although, actually, you just crouch. So we're crouching on it and we're not taking damage. So while you're crouching on it, we actually want to break one extra layer around this whole thing. And then we'll fill this in with more magma blocks. Just so mobs start taking damage, like as soon as they come in here. Then also, if there's a whole lot of mobs, because that will happen. This is pretty productive. They won't get like clogged as easily. And there is one mob that will actually clog this farm, but I'll talk about that whenever we get to it. So now that we have this, we're gonna fly up. We're gonna build the roof to this. So all we're gonna do is just place a cobblestone roof. Of course, this doesn't have to be cobblestone. It can be any solid block that you really want it to be. So it can be wood, cobblestone, normal stone. I don't know, bricks. I guess you could use stone bricks. That would look cool. Just really anything that you want. It's really up to you. So. Alright, so now that you're done with the roof, you will want to keep this showing, this observer showing, and you'll want all your redstone materials, including a minecart, 2 detector rails, and some power rails, alright? So to start off with, you're going to want to place just a block here. It has to be it'll have to be 1 block to the side, and then 2 blocks up from the observer. So it has to be this amount away from the observer. Then you'll place a fence gate right here. And it's very important that it is facing this direction. Alright? It's very important it's facing that direction. So now that you're doing that, you will place 2 little L shapes like that. Alright? Just like that. So now you will place your powered rails, those 3 spots, on top of the L's, and then under the fence gate. And you'll place your detector rails in between those 2. Now that you've done that, you will want to break your powered rails that are on the top, not this one down here. So you'll break these on top of the L's. Then you'll actually mine these 2 blocks here. So then it's just only 1 block. So the detector rail is just kind of floating here. And then after you do that, you'll place a block on top of this, so it'll be like like a little pillar. And then once you've done that, you want to place a lever behind it and turn that on, so looks cool. Then we will place redstone on top of the observer like that. You'll hear a whole bunch of clicking. That's the thing with this farm, is whenever the water changes, you'll hear a whole bunch of clicking, but just trust me, it'll be fine. It works. That's just it, like turning it on and off. There's a whole bunch of observers in there, and it will flick on and off a lot. So once you have this set up here, you will place a minecart on either of these spots. It doesn't really matter. If you place it here, first nothing will happen, but if you place it on this, it'll activate it and activate this redstone. Then you'll hear all the clicking again. Now after we've done that, we are gonna make a redstone clock, and it'll be 20 repeaters long, which is pretty long. Alright guys, so now that you have this little setup here, you are gonna want to come around here, and you will place a block right next to this lever, and then on top of it like that, so you'll want to crouch. Actually, will that activate it when it goes on? It won't. Alright. We're testing while we're doing this. So now that you have this little setup, we're gonna build up to where it can access this fence gate here. And then we're gonna build like that. And we were gonna want to place 10 repeaters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we're gonna build out 2 like that. Gonna build 2 out, make a little square, and then we'll add 1 like that. 10. We're gonna put 2 redstone here, then we're gonna do the same thing but the opposite direction. So now that you've built this, we're just gonna wanna make all these to be 4 ticks, I believe. So we're gonna make all these 4 ticks. So now that you have made them all 4 ticks, you are gonna want to come right here to this side, right here on this block, and then, or I don't think really anything matters, but then you're gonna want to flick that on and off really fast, just like that. So now they're gonna go on and off, and it's gonna just do an endless cycle of, an endless cycle. So it's gonna turn on and off, on and off, and on and off, just like that. So now, guys, what you have here is you have the water system of this farm completed. This is how all of the water will turn on and off, and how it will stay that way. So that's what this is here. So I don't think you'll have to come back to the top again. So now that we've done this, we're gonna want to come to the very bottom, and then we're gonna want to build to the side with the most like land, most flat space going in one direction. So it has to be on one of the points here. Has to be on one of the points. So I think this has the most flat land. It goes off flat like that. So we can do this later. It doesn't really matter how much. We are gonna want to dig down. Dig it out 1 block here, 2 blocks here, then 3 blocks here. And we are just gonna dig to the very center, and then we'll look up while we're building, because eventually we will see the magma cube, or the magma blocks. So this is why I don't recommend you build this in sand, because as we're building it, we're gonna have water everywhere. So we're just gonna have to block it up like that. So now you see we have reached the magma block bit. I actually don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry. So now you're gonna want to build a square that is around all of this. So I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so now that we have this room here, so what I mean by room is you build a box. So even though the actual shape is like a diamond, we'll build a box, and the edges of the diamond will be the ends, or the corners of it, be like the center of it. Alright? Dug like a block here. We are gonna whack out this wall here, 1 block out of this side, and then 1 block deep out of this side. I'll show you. See, just like this, we got 1 block deep on this side and on this side. So now you're gonna want to fill in the spot here with the blocks removed. Now I would usually use dirt for this. So I would just use dirt, but we don't have dirt because we're building in like a beach using sand. All right, so we're just gonna fill in the initial square with sand, just like this. So we're gonna leave out the space that we just mined out. So now that we have this space filled in, we are going to put rails on top of it. So to start off, we're actually going to start up here, and we're going to put hoppers on the bottom here. So we're going to break 5 blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to dig out more blocks here to put our chest for this farm. And then, if you want to, you can even make this bigger by adding more chests and more hoppers, of course. Once we have the chest here, we're going to put a hopper on top of it, make sure that it's funneling towards the chest. I'm going to add 4 more hoppers funneling towards that hopper, just like that. So the first hopper is funneling towards the chest, and the other 4 are funneling towards this one. All the items thrown, or all the items for this farm will get thrown into here. So we are going to start off by putting a block right here. Then we are going to put a lever on top. Turn it on. We're going to add 1 powered rail. Then we're just going to put normal rails on top. We're going to crouch, which I didn't crouch there. We're going to add them all the way down here. So now that we've put this here down, we're going to mine out these 6 blocks here. Going to mine out these 6 blocks so our rails can go in. Now that we have these 6 blocks mined out, we're going to place our rails going this way to the right. Going to curve like that. They're going to curve again right here. Then they're going to go up just like that. So we might actually need to break a few blocks like this to actually access it. But we're just going to make our rails go in a little line, a little curvy line. Then once it hits the wall, we're going to have it turn back around just like that. Then we're just gonna have it do this for this whole section. So once we break blocks to fit in there, we're just gonna place them back. Then we're gonna make sure they link up like that. Make sure it would actually have a minecart go through it and it wouldn't mess up or go. It's about gonna want them to. We're just gonna have them curve just like that. And then we're gonna look out for the middle block. So I believe it would be here, right here in the middle block, we're actually going to place a redstone block and then a power rail on top. That's the only block here that would have a power rail, except for over there, which I'll show you in a second. So we're just going to keep on doing this, just like that. We're going to lace them around, like tying shoes. Going to lace them around just like that, and then we're going to get them to right here. And then this block will be a power drill, and then we can just put a lever right here. Power it. So now we have the minecart system for our collection system, or we have the rail part. Although for this, we're gonna have to put powered rail somewhere here, so we can just put it here. It doesn't really matter. It just has to be in this line, or the minecart won't go up these stairs here. We can just put a lever here. Put it right there. I'm on sand, so it's being a pain. Just put that there. Power it, and now our minecart system should work. So get our minecart with hopper, and we can just put it down. It should go off. You can watch it. It's gonna go in there. It's gonna go all the way through, just like that. It's gonna go back. So and then it's gonna pick up any mob drops that would drop from the mobs. It's gonna go up there, put it in the collection system. It's gonna come back. So just like that. So super easy. I don't think it's actually put anything in there yet, because no mobs spawning because they're too close to it. So now that we've built this, we're gonna build a little system that puts us on a minecart as a little fun. We're gonna put us on a minecart, and we're gonna go back and forth, because if we're too close to this farm, mobs aren't gonna spawn. So we want to have a system that will push us back and forth to get the best drops we can. So we're just gonna put another minecart or another powered rail here, and then we're gonna place 30 rails. So just place 30 rails in a straight line, just like this. Of course, if there's grass or flowers or anything, you can just break it. And then one more, just like that, and then power it. So now all we have to do is grab a minecart. Then once I have a minecart, we can place just it on the track. We can start riding on it, and we can go back and forth, and the mobs will, or should, spawn. It should spawn in there, then they will be pushed off to thanks to the water, pushed off into the killing mechanism, and then their loot will be picked up. will be back and forth. Now, to make this even better, we have glass and cobblestone left. So I'm just gonna use the natural terrain as to help me here a little bit. And of course, if we get off the minecart, it's gonna stop moving. So I want to be protected while I'm in here. I don't want mobs to come up and kill me while I'm, I could be AFKing in here for a long time. So we're just gonna build it up a little bit like this. I'm gonna build a line like this. Alright, so now that we've placed one line of cobblestone like this, we're gonna go up one, and then we're gonna place glass along here so we can like look out while we're riding. Just like this. And then I won't actually end up using all of this because of the terrain. I won't end up using all of this, so I'll just put one there like that, and then I can glass on this side. Just like that, so I have 11 to spare. And then now I'm going to place cobblestone on the top, which I am going to break that one to show it looks a little better. I guess you could put cobblestone on these two sides to make it, I guess, look more realistic or better if you wanted to, but I'm just not going to do that. So we have all this now. So yeah, so we have this little track here. Got a pig in here. Got a pig. I'm gonna kill this pig. I'm sorry. Survival of the fittest, buddy. So I believe our farm should actually be done now. I don't know if it's produced anything. It has. Look at that. Just while I've been building that, it's produced 2 arrows and a bone. So this will produce, of course, arrows, bones, rotten flesh, gunpowder is really important. It'll produce string. All really important stuff to have. So we're just going to put a minecart down. We can just sit in here. We can just go back and forth and be AFK. And it's really nice and cool. And now, of course, in survival mode, it's not always daytime, of course. So we have lots of torches here, 4 stacks of torches. So it would be a stack of coal, and we can just put torches like all around. In fact, it'd probably be better to build this over an ocean, so no mobs can spawn. Hopefully I remember to put like a disclaimer at the start that says that, because I feel like this would be better at an ocean. So we're just gonna put torches all around the roof, because we don't want any mobs spawning on the roof. Now, I'm the kind of person that puts, like, a lot of torches. I put lots of torches, lots of light. We're just going to put torches all around this, because the more light we have on the outside, the more efficient the farm will be. Alright, so I probably put too many torches here. Honestly, like, there's probably too many torches. I don't think I need this many. So I recommend you use 4 stacks of torches, but, of course you can use as many as you want. You can use more if you feel like it, but, I think, this by itself is alright. So we can just AFK here as long as we want. We got like a couple more arrows, but if we, AFK here, of course, then we'll actually start getting stuff. One serious thing that can happen is witches will get stuck in here, because they will drink potions of fire resistance while standing on the magma block, so they won't take damage. But if you have a diamond sword, they'll be pretty easy to kill, because they'll try to splash you with splash potions of harming, and then they'll end up hitting other witches, so then they'll end up fighting. So they'll not be focused on fighting you, so it'd be pretty easy to kill them. So every once in a while, after every AFK session, you can come in here and kill all the witches. But apart from that, I think this farm is complete. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.